Welcome to Reddit Stories, where real stories from Reddit are told with raw emotion and the depth of pain that words can barely capture. Today is part 10 of Mark's 12-day emotional reckoning. A man who has gathered every piece of evidence, heard every whispered betrayal, and now there's nothing left to question. Over the past 9 days, Mark has tracked his wife's every move. From distant stares to secret meetings, to the voice of a man he once called a brother. Cameras, recordings, GPS logs, all painting a clear and gut-wrenching portrait of betrayal. And in day 9, Mark finally confronted Daniel face to face. No more denial, no more pretending. And today, on day 10, Mark comes home armed with the truth. No more spying, no more pretending. Just a table where every lie will be laid bare. And one question left to ask. Why? Day 10, the Table of Truth. Mark's story, day 10 of hell. I didn't go to work that day. Didn't check emails. Didn't return calls. Didn't eat. Because that day wasn't about life. It was about truth. I sat at the kitchen table. The same one we bought together for years ago, after arguing for 2 weeks about wood color. She wanted walnut. I wanted oak. We compromised with something in between. Funny, we always compromised on the small things. But the big ones? Those were the cracks we never sealed. I placed the items down one by one. Flash drive, printed transcripts, screenshots, photos, receipts, time logs, map locations, her handwritten note from the jewelry box. 12 days of pain, 12 days of silence, now laid bare. A timeline of betrayal, laid out like evidence at a crime scene. Because it was a murder of trust. She came home at 6:44 p.m. Late again. Car keys hit the counter. Bag slid off her shoulder. She was humming. Hey, she called. Sorry, the meeting went over. Her voice stopped. She saw the table. Her eyes scanned it. Quick. Then again. Slower. Then her hands trembled. Just enough for me to notice. She looked at me. I didn't speak. I didn't need to. The room was already screaming. What is this? She asked. Her voice was a whisper. No strength. No defense. Just fear. You tell me, I said quietly. And I leaned back in the chair. Hands folded. Eyes locked on hers. She stepped closer. Looked at the evidence again. The screenshots. The photos. The transcript. And finally, the audio. Her voice. His voice. Laughter. Soft touches. Secret meetings. She reached for the flash drive. I stopped her. Don't, I said. Just answer one question. She nodded slowly. Her face pale, like someone watching her own funeral. How long? Silence. Tears welled in her eyes. But none fell. Not yet. 7 months, she whispered. That was it. No excuses. No lies. No, it didn't mean anything. Just time. 7 months. Over 200 days of pretending. Of kissing me with someone else's scent on her lips. Of sharing a bed while sharing a heart with another. Why him? I asked. And that question, that one broke her. She sat down. Across from me. The table between us now felt like a canyon. She wiped her cheek. The tears had finally come. I don't know, she said. I really don't. It started with a message. He said he missed talking to me. I thought it was harmless. I said nothing. She went on. I felt forgotten. You were always working. Always distant. I needed to feel wanted. And did he make you feel wanted? I asked. She hesitated, then nodded. I know that sounds awful. But yes, he listened. He remembered things. He made me feel like me again. And what about me? I asked. What did you make me feel, Sarah? She broke. Her face crumbled, and she wept. Not loudly, not dramatically, just brokenly. I didn't mean to hurt you, she choked out. I swear, Mark, I never stopped loving you. I stared at her. Long. Hard. And then I said, you did stop. She looked up, stunned. You stopped loving me the moment you decided to lie. The moment you let him in. The moment you looked me in the eye and told me nothing was wrong. She sobbed now, but I had no more comfort left to give. No arms left to wrap around her, because I had held on for too long already. I stood up, slowly. She reached for my hand. I stepped back. "I'm not angry," I said. "I'm just done." And for the first time in this entire nightmare, she didn't chase me. Tomorrow, I pack my things, and the home we built becomes a house she keeps alone. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what happens next in Mark's story.